Top of the morning to you. This is Monday with Friday, wishing for you a grand week ahead. Although a political party is very much an organization, it is not the monolith with a single monarchical leader or chief executive officer by that or any other name that many other organizations are and possess. Political parties, you see, are made up of many leaders. These leaders, unless their party is anything ranging from autocratic to cultic, do not necessarily take their marching orders from their political party leader, but from many other sources: constituents, voters, donors, and of course lobbyists, and their own selves by way of their future ambition to be that ultimate party leader and leader of the executive branch of their government. Because political parties are these behemoths of multiple leaders with multiple ambitions, multiple perspectives, and often even multiple motives, they are unable to function as properly as most other organizations where the best practices of organizational leadership and processes are able to be worked out. Simply put, political parties are too large and too fraught with multiple moving parts to function like most regular organizations, a chief one of which is that there are at any point in time any number of persons who are not currently the party leader or prime minister or president or opposition leader who are lying in wait for their opportunity to seek that position. President Joseph Robinette Biden, number 46, has withdrawn from his quest for a second term. The many negative comments in the past days about his Democratic Party, not Democrat Party as too many uninformed Republicans like to say, coming from many talking heads from all corners of the political spectrum, demonstrated a failure to understand what I have been talking about so far, the difference between parties, political parties, and organizations. This is why words such as disloyalty and disrespect to President Biden or disarray and divisiveness were thrown about as opinions about the party. I disagree. What I see through the lenses of organizational dynamics is a political party working through a very complex process in the wake of a crisis caused by Biden himself, party leader. From both an organizational and a personal point of view, I believe that Biden made the right decision. First, the personal. I could never understand why, even before the infamous debate of June 27, where Biden appeared lost and diminished, he would want a second term. Since the debate, his speech patterns without a teleprompter were frequently disjointed, and his gait, especially ascending and descending Air Force One, did you notice, appeared markedly slower. It appeared as though Biden aged significantly overnight, and that may not in fact be untrue. That happens. This has had to be a most stressful time for this octogenarian. From an organizational point of view, I believe Biden made the right call, especially since the situation into which he has been thrust is highly unusual, unprecedented, unexpected, and also because the culture of the political organization is vastly different from other types of organizations. In political organizations, you stay the course, show strength, fight, I suppose, serve the country, the much wider community beyond the organization, and you oppose the opposition. So by political standards, Biden should have stayed in the race, and indeed, he did attempt to do that. In other organizations, when crises arise and the leader becomes the focus of that crisis, the onus is on the leader to solve the problem and blow the memory of it out of the minds of people, or it must become responsible and also necessary in those circumstances for the leader to remove himself or herself. Political parties do that either by vote or by pressure. Biden faced searing pressure these past weeks, and to my organizational mind, the longer he was taking to remove himself due to that very public pressure, the more I found myself wondering if he was bordering past denial into selfishness or even recklessness. Shortly after Biden released his announcement yesterday, The candidate against whom he was running was heard mouthing off deprecative and factually disputable and disgusting comments about how much of a failure Biden has been in his presidency. Look, the facts will show that on every single front, Biden has wildly eclipsed that man on the economy, on unemployment, on international matters, on COVID management, on poverty, and even on the southern border on which that same fellow wickedly obstructed a bipartisan plan that he could never imagine and could never construct. I didn't like Biden's hesitation to be firmer with Netanyahu or his summary deportment of black Haitians early in his term who appeared on the southern border, something he did not do to anybody else. But I grade on a wide curve of multiple issues. The Republican Party, on the other hand, is the quintessential example of how different political parties are from most other organizations, healthy organizations. In healthy organizations, the leaders share power. In that party, that even Republicans say isn't Republican anymore, the monarchical and maximum leader is an autocrat who says he will be a dictator and who praises dictators and little men across the world who like people misnaming them strong men. In healthy organizations, leaders are beneficent, fundamentally good. In sick ones, as in that party, leaders are, to use Barbara Kellerman's 7 types of bad leaders, incompetent, rigid, intemperate, callous, corrupt, insular, and evil. You tell me if any of these escapes the leader of the so-called Republican Party. For almost a decade, that party has known these 7 things to be true of their leader, and yet, precisely because they are a very sick organization, they have failed to deter or dismiss this cancer from their body. They haven't a leg to stand on in criticism of Joe Biden's party. Good leaders in healthy organizations are beneficent. This fellow wants to be a retributive dictator. In healthy organizations, good leaders expect and welcome opposing ideas. In that party, their leader rules with fear and expects every expert, far more intelligent than he, to follow every nonsensical asinine to which he holds. Healthy organizations are larger than the leader. In that shrinking political party, that leader is their organization. Did you see his name emblazoned in big, huge neon lights the last night of his convention? His name instead of, say, America or even RNC? The Democratic Party isn't a perfect organization, but let's not be mistaken or fooled. The RNC is sick, deeply flawed, dangerous immensely, and an immensely dangerous choice for America in 2024. Even genuine Republicans say so, and independents like me see it clearly. Let the DNC, the Democratic National Party, choose their nominee carefully, for whoever it is must inspire us independents and wipe the political floor with the other side, not just on the basis of politics, but on the basis of justice, righteousness, decency, and democracy. Please, like this video and share it with someone else. Thanks to the almost 1,000 of you who watched my video last week. I would have liked it if all of you liked it. Please like this one and share it with someone. I am Michael Friday, and your week just got better. I'll see you again soon. Happy Monday, all the way to Friday.